Hey everyone, I thought I would show off a little bit of my dot hack collection since we have just talked about the entire franchise history on YouTube in our latest after show. So you can kind of get a better idea of what we're talking about in that video. So here we have Dot Hack AI Buster, which is the prequel to pretty much everything in the series. I only have the first volume, and this is actually a novel. With very limited illustration, so it is not a manga, it's an actual novel. Then we have the anime dot hack sign, which of course this was released as part of the Anime Legends collection by Bandai back in probably the early 2000s on DVD. So it's a 26 episode series. That's the title character Tsukasa right there. And we have a Grunty there, and that's Subaru and Silver Knight in the upper right corner. So, more important characters from the franchise. This is the original PlayStation 2 game, the very first, which includes the Dot Hack Liminality DVD inside. Let's see if we can open that up. Whoops. Yeah. So there's the anime DVD, which again, those DVDs are kind of a separate series, but they explain what's happening in the real world while you are playing these games. So this is, again, the original, the first entry in the Dot Hack video game franchise. Then we have Volume 2, which is Dot Hack Mutation. You can see pretty clear shots of Kite, Black Rose there, and Helba on the right, which again really central characters to the video game. Dot Hack Part 3 Outbreak. That's Elk and Mia. And then in the background there's Balmung. We talked about all those characters again in our podcast episode. Dot Hack Quarantine Part 4. This is the rare one. This is the one that it's difficult to get a hold of. So do you have, again, the Liminality DVD with it, and if I can have enough hands, the actual game there as well for the PlayStation 2. So that then rounds out the video game franchise for the PS2, which, if you'll notice, I used a modified version of this pose for our promo art for the episode. So now we get to the actual manga that Joe and I reviewed for the recent podcast episode. And sorry about some of the audio issues in that, by the way. That was unfortunately just something that we couldn't really avoid this time. But this year's Dot Hack X4th, you can see Kite's Twilight Bracelet on his hand there, and there's Black Rose behind him. Here we have Dot Hack X4th Volume 2, which is, again, the final volume in the manga series that adapts the video games that came right before. This is Dot Hack Alcor. I believe we have Nanase there and Alcade there. So now we're getting into Dot Hack Season 2. These are characters that would appear in the Dot Hack GU series. And that's Syllabus on the right, and then I'm sorry, not Canard. Gaspard on the left, which are members of the guild Canard in the video game. So, and now we have really what's considered kind of the true beginning of Season 2. This is Dot Hack Roots. So there is Ovan in the upper right. We've got Haseo, the main character, in the middle, and Shino on the left. Dot Hack Roots Volume 2, The Lost Grounds. Dot Hack Roots Volume 3, Tri-Edge. And then, unfortunately, I do have a gap in my collection. I'm missing the 4th DVD volume. So here's Dot Hack Roots Volume 5, A New Guild. Which we have Ovan here, who I mentioned briefly in our podcast episode. And that's Pi, who's another character that would be important in the games. And Dot Hack Roots Volume 6, which is the final set of episodes for that anime, setting up Dot Hack GU. So then, beginning in earnest, this is really the highest point of popularity for the Dot Hack franchise. So GU Volume 1 Rebirth. is really where this series took off in North America. Obviously, Japan, the sales numbers were a little bit different, but here in North America and the NTSC region, the GU series is what really kind of resonated with fans. So, Volume 2, Reminisce. You can see that Haseo's design has changed, and as it does in every game. And then we have .hack GU Volume 3, Redemption. Again, with Ovan and possibly Adley, maybe not Shino behind him. So, it's the one where he gets guns. So now we have the manga adaptation of the GU series, which is .hack GU Plus. You can see a little bit of Azure Flame Kite, or who we thought was Tri-Edge in that shot. Here we have Haseo, and then in the upper left, that's Endurance on Volume 2 here. Endurance is the same player character as Elk in the story that we covered. There's Haseo again, and still wearing his kind of original outfit, which is surprising this late in the series. But this is Volume 3, then, of the manga adaptation. And then we have Haseo in his X form, which is difficult to say, but that is how it's pronounced, from GU+. So, pretty cool stuff, Volume 4. And then finally, we have the PlayStation 4 2016 remaster of the GU series, .hack GU Last Recode. My understanding is that this sold decently well. They did add an extra story. You notice it says New Volume 4, that kind of wrapped up some loose ends from the GU franchise. And the terminal disc footage that it mentions there is actually a recap of the original 4 games. So, I hope this has been fun for everybody, kind of going back down memory lane and looking at my .hack collection. And, keep on watching, keep on liking, subscribing, and enjoying comics.